This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today I'm in Longmont, Colorado. I'm here to discuss Mindset for Success with Zoilita Grant. Since 1980, she has provided life and business coaching while reprogramming your mind so that you can achieve your goals. Zoilita, thanks so much for joining us here today. Let's start off a little bit about yourself. And we're talking 30, 40 years ago. Quite a few decades ago, you have helped hundreds of people, if not really thousands of people, probably directly and indirectly. I would love to hear your story, how you got started doing this line of work.
So when I was 16 years old, I weighed 285 pounds, and I lived in Berkeley, California. And my grandmother was a student of consciousness. She meditated. She really believed in the power of her mind. And so we went to the University of California at Berkeley Library, and we took out all the books on hypnosis. And between she and I, we hypnotized me to lose 155 pounds a year.
That is so impressive. This was a personal journey that began with you, yet it sounds like you had somebody there in the family that could kind of direct you where you needed to go at those early stages.
Absolutely. But that made me such a believer in hypnosis that even though I later on got graduate degrees in social work and marriage and family therapy, I always remained a total fan of hypnosis and got trained in hypnosis, brought that into my practice. First, I was a psychotherapist. For the last 10 years, I've been a hypnotic coach, and I believe in the power of the mind to change people's lives.
Changing people's lives. I mean, that's big business out there because we all want some change. Many self-help books out there, many coaches out there to help. But we're talking about change that is sustainable. Many times it has to go beyond the conscious, if you will. And you're talking about subconscious changing. Does that make all the difference when you're able to apply this?
So your mind is actually 85% subconscious and only 15% conscious. And when the subconscious and conscious mind disagree, the subconscious always wins.
Every time.
Every time. It makes you procrastinate, it makes you avoid, it keeps you awake at night through insomnia. But when you line up your conscious and your subconscious, you unleash peak performance.
That is exciting. I mean, I'm sure our viewers out there, we've all heard of hypnosis before. Hypnotherapy. It's been around since the 18th century. People have been using this, yet most of us don't know what that really means. I mean, what it entails. How would you define hypnosis in the way that you use it?
So hypnosis is a learned process. 90% of the population can easily learn it. It is a matter of learning to use the most powerful computer in the mind, which is right between your ears. So when you learn to use that computer of your mind through the process of hypnosis, it allows you to change your beliefs, it allows you to create new positive habits, to really create that mindset for success.
That is exciting. I mean, let's face it, we live in a society now that is 24/7, nonstop, high stress, even more so than 30 years ago when you began this. It's more needed today. Are you saying we're able to shape our lives and our minds so that it is able to support us through this every day?
Absolutely. You know, you brought up the idea of stress. We cannot get away from stress. But when you learn to use the power of your mind, you have the ability to develop internal coping systems that reduces stress and allows you to become more successful.
I mean, when I think of stress, under so much stress for a long period of time, you start seeing some of the symptoms. I mean, anxiety, weight gain, weight loss, health issues, even depression. Are these all things that you've been able to help folks out there overcome?
Absolutely. In fact, you would be really astounded by the incredible amount of growth that can happen by just changing your mind. Changing your mind, changing your life.
I mean, as a former psychotherapist, you've studied so much of this in the past. For the past, like you say, 10 years, you very going back to the root of what you believe, really, which is that of hypnosis. Have you experienced and witnessed some of these breakthroughs? I mean, basically some of these where the subconscious is no longer there to be blocked. Is that as exciting to witness? And obviously it's got to be exciting for the people you help.
It's absolutely something that warms my heart. I worked with a husband and wife chiropractic team a couple years ago, and it turned out that they had some subconscious blocks to being able to make money. So after we worked together, I was their business coach. Their business increased 400% in 1 year.
Oh my gosh, when you can see results like that, you become a believer very quickly. I mean, we're all looking for this ideal life where we have balance, we're empowered, basically where we wake up and we're motivated for the day. You're saying some of these deep beliefs stop us from doing this, and we don't even realize what's going on.
Absolutely. Many people have a glass ceiling over their life, that they think they can reach for the stars, but in reality, they're limited by beliefs that were created when they were under the age of 12.
That's amazing. I mean, you're saying we can go our entire life and not know the secrets to the mind. Is that something that you enjoy educating people on, or are some of these secrets that really shouldn't be secrets at all?
Absolutely. In fact, I teach all of my clients self-hypnosis so that they have the ability to have this tool so that they can change their mindset, instill new habits, get rid of blocks, and create that successful life.
Regardless of the folks that you've helped, I mean, each one of them is very unique. Some are doing it for personal reasons, some business, some are doing this for both, but yet they all have a goal, a destination they're trying to arrive at, but yet they just don't have the map. Tell me about the roadmap to success, that package that you put together. What are they going to learn there?
So the roadmap to success is about learning to master yourself, learning to master your habits, and to create a roadmap that takes you from where you are to where you want to be. It's really designed for the entrepreneurial small business person, and in reality, what's going on in their personal life totally affects their business.
That is interesting. I mean, I love the fact that you have multiple packages to choose from, be it the gold, bronze, silver. I mean, regardless of what package you're looking at, you're going to have some goals when you're done. You're going to have some laser coaching that keeps you accountable. Is it exciting to see people start to see some of those things come to pass, not only in their life, but maybe even in their pocketbook?
It's one of the most rewarding things that you can see, is to help and support people to break through their own blocks and limitations and to create that life you were talking about, that ideal life that has the wonderful, successful business, but also the balanced personal life.
Before a person goes through the roadmap to success, is it important that they get their mind right? Would you recommend somebody doing the mindset for success first, or is it roadmap to success, or kind of both?
So the roadmap to success is particularly designed for business owners.
Okay.
So I do business coaching and I also do personal coaching. Okay. And so the personal coaching is more just working on that mindset, clearing those subconscious blocks, creating those new habits, and allowing you to become successful. In the roadmap to success, I also help small business owners create a business plan.
Oh, okay.
You know what Henry Ford said? Fail to plan, plan to fail.
Sure. So that one for them is very powerful because they're going to pick up a lot of the things that you would normally teach in the personal, but you're also going to be able to apply it from a business standpoint. I mean, all of these beliefs that we have are very powerful. And yet many of the beliefs we have, regardless of where we got them, they can be limiting. When you're able to turn around these limiting beliefs and basically reprogram your mind, can a person see that sometimes even instantaneously, or does it take quite a long time?
You can notice results after just 2 or 3 sessions, particularly when I work on clearing those subconscious blocks. You know, you've heard the phrase, we create our reality. Mm-hmm. We create our reality through 2 different things, through our systems of belief and through our habits of living. When you use the power of the subconscious mind, you can shift those beliefs and you can instill those new habits.
So many people I see out there, they see other people's success, and really deep down inside, they don't believe that they deserve that success. I mean, that has to be one of the most limiting beliefs I can think of, yet at the same time, it's exciting to sit down with them and explain that these beliefs can change.
Absolutely. In fact, I would say one of the number one blocks that most people have is the belief, I am not enough. I am not smart enough. I am not pretty enough. I am not educated enough. I am not enough. So shifting that belief and coming to believe that you deserve to have that level of abundance because you are truly enough is wonderful.
That is great. Some of these neuro-meditative videos you have, I mean, are these videos, audios, can these be done while I'm laying in bed or driving, or is it something I really need to focus on?
You cannot do them when you're driving.
Okay.
Because they create an altered state of consciousness which allows you to transform really the fabric of your own belief system. You know, I've been studying hypnosis, like I say, since I was 16 years old. I've been studying neuroscience for about 2.5 years. And one of the things that I've learned is when you combine images with words, you create an incredible opportunity for the mind to actually change.
Different parts of our mind are seeing images, different parts seeing the words. Is it exciting for you because you've been doing it for 40 years that you're now able to see science trying to almost catching up with this? I mean, there's a lot of this stuff is being proven that people couldn't prove maybe 20 years ago.
Absolutely. In fact, I find it very validating because my intuition has always told me that when you change the mind, you change people's life. Now science is saying absolutely the same thing.
That is exciting, finally catching up. When I think of a program like this that can literally change your life, change your marriage, you as a parent, you as a business owner, the cost of it is really not an expense. It's an investment in your life. It can turn your life around. The business mastery kits that you put together, what type of entrepreneurs would benefit from something like that?
So people that belong to the Chamber of Commerce. That's my number one market.
Okay.
People that are real estate agents, people that are cosmetologists, people that are acupuncturists, people that are chiropractors. All of those people can really benefit. Those business mastery classes, I do them as classes. They're basically things that work on time management, organization, getting rid of blocks, making sales easy, learning how to do marketing secrets. And so there's a series of 5 classes. I usually teach them in the fall. My classes usually have from 10 to 15 people in them, so there's a lot of focused attention, and it allows people to get those basic skills in place that help them to become more successful.
If we have a viewer out there that basically feels like it's time to do something. I mean, I always say that we act either because we're inspired by inspiration or desperation. If someone out there, they're inspired by hearing this, they want to move forward. Or maybe they're just sick and tired of that glass ceiling that you talked about. How do they get started with you? Does this begin with a phone call, an email? What do you prefer?
So email me, phone call me, or call me on the phone, and I'll be glad to talk to you. I offer what's called a discovery session.
Okay.
And that discovery session is at a reduced price, but it allows people to discover how beneficial it will be for them working with me.
You have many levels that you're able to help folks. I mean, obviously, one-on-one is amazing. Classes, like you say, with a small number where it can be very customized for them. But is it exciting for you to be able to share more of your knowledge in a speaking engagement where you can really affect hundreds or thousands of people at one time?
I do a lot of public speaking in the world of hypnosis. I am a keynote speaker often at different conferences around the United States and in Canada. I'm starting to do more local speaking to the general public, and I find it very rewarding to share what it is that I know with others.
It's amazing when you started this 40 years ago. Like you said, you went to the local college library, if you will. I mean, went through all the books. We fast forward now 40 years later, and we have so much technology that we're able to use, and you're using that. You're using videos. You're using online. Basically, these tools like classes and workshops and speaking engagements. Is that exciting for you to be able to touch so many lives in a short period of time that maybe would have taken a long time prior?
Can you imagine anything else more rewarding than to see people overcoming their own blocks and be able to find success in their life? You know, it's almost like giving birth to a baby. You know, it's a wonderful experience watching people grow.
I mean, for those out there that want to get involved with this, like you said, drop you an email, give you a phone call. That's a great way to start. This was a personal journey for you. Age 16, you had something to overcome. I imagine throughout your life, you have other things you've overcome, challenges. As you look back and you realize that a family member helped you along, I imagine some of these clients are like your family now, because like you say, you've seen them grow right in front of your eyes. Does this continue to be rewarding for you every day?
I never feel burned out. I've been doing this business for years and years, and I'm still excited. I still look forward to new opportunities. I still feel that it's the most wonderful thing in the world to be able to work from a place of passion.
Working from a place of passion. Viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is her contact information right there. Like she said, you can drop her an email, give a call, and she will take you through a discovery session. Learn a little bit more about you. See where it is that you want to go in your life, possibly break through that glass ceiling. This is basically a professional that has been doing this since the 1980s. Many, many decades, hundreds, if not thousands of people that she has helped out there. Located right here in Longmont, Colorado. That is Zoilita Grant. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.